We're live.
We're live.
Yay.
Hey everyone, Charlie is here this evening or this morning, depending on where in the world you are. And he is a recent convert to the Church of Utada Hikaru, and I'm proud to say I have officially converted him to be the all-star fan that he is today. So hey Charlie.
Hello. Yes, the church seems a little bit innocuous of a word. Maybe cult is a little better. You got me to drink the Kool-Aid, right? So yeah, the cult of Hikkipedia. Well, not Hikkipedia, of Hickey, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have my own cult yet, but
give it time.
Funny. Yeah.
It'll take over the world. Yeah, so yeah, it actually surprised me how quickly, from just watching like a string of your videos, you brainwashed me and convinced me that I need to buy most of her albums, which are now over on the shelf.
So which videos?
Which videos?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I could name this specifically, but I think the first one I watched was the cover album. It was probably one of the more recent ones, right? Where you yeah. I think that was the first one, and then I went back from there.
Okay.
And then I found you on Tumblr, and then it was a sharp decline for me. It was a sharp decline from there. Yeah.
Cool. So,
yeah.
Can you show us the CDs you got? Are they nearby or?
It depends. How big of a faux pas is it for me to pop over to my shelf and grab them, since I had no forethought?
It's whatever you feel up to doing.
All right, I will do it. I will
Okay.
make the journey. It'll be, yeah, let's see.
Go for it.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, actually, I recently sold like most of my CDs, but I kept all of the Utada ones.
Of course.
It just felt wrong to get rid of them. But yeah, so Deep River, First Love. Oh, I should hold it in the camera. This is the one. Distance, Ultra Blue, and Exodus. So I think I'm missing one or two, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will get on that at some point. Next trip to book off, I'll pick them up.
I don't even have Distance.
What are you doing with your life?
I know. I love the album, but I ordered it off of a Yahoo auction site like a couple years ago, and it never got to me. And there's some videos about it on my channel. It was like some stupid site that tried to take my money.
That sounds not good.
Yeah, so I paid for it and stuff, but it's just floating out there in outer space or something.
That sucks. But all the rest are in your drawer?
Yeah.
We're sick people.
I'm impressed by your collection.
I mean, thanks. It's kind of, I don't know. It really was like a thing of like slow descent into like alcoholism. Where I was like, all right, I'm just gonna try this out. I think the first
just one CD.
Yeah, the first album I bought was sorry, that was my Wikipedia scream because I lost my headset. I think the first album I bought was Deep River. Yeah, and Sakura Drops remains like my favorite song, so much that it's on my running playlist. Weird things are happening. And so yeah, that was it. This one got me hooked. And also Hikari's on this one, isn't it? So
yeah,
always a good tune.
Yeah, that's one of her most widely accepted albums as one of the best.
What do you think? What do you think is the best?
I think Ultra Blue is her best album.
Cool title anyway. That was the most recent one I picked up, yeah.
That was my first review, I think. And in my review, I said this is her best album. It's my favorite album. And I got a bunch of comments saying Deep River is her best album. In Japan, people think it's her best album. And
don't you love that? How because something may or may not be true, supposedly in Japan, like that immediately is supposed to invalidate your opinion.
Yeah.
Love it always, no matter what it is.
I've had this Japanese guy message me a couple times trying to school me about Japanese music and stuff. I'm like, I already know this, so fuck off.
Did you give him the classic "your opinion sucks"? Or I mean, how nice were you about it?
I wasn't too mean. Like I kind of politely disagreed with him, and he eventually stopped messaging me. So
fun times.
Yeah. That's the thing with putting your opinion on the internet, is it's always wrong. Especially
with fandoms, though, I think, right? Like,
yeah,
that's just dangerous territory, which is why I've avoided it, I think. So you're a much braver tuber than I am, for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about your favorites from your collection. So you already mentioned Sakura Drops.
Yes. Recently, Sakura Drops is definitely number one, but recently I've been getting into Deep River, I think is the name of it. Just because I really like, there's like a sitar or something intro in there that I really like. And I mean, I know it's probably kind of like Baby's first Utada single, but I like Passion quite a bit. It's just easy to sing.
Yeah.
It's easy to listen to, you know. And let's see others. Those are the top three.
Okay.
So maybe that's the best I can do for the moment. I don't really know all the names yet. They've just sort of been on like repeat without me looking at the names, type of thing. So, what about you? What are your tops? I feel like I should know this. If I'm a true Hikkipedia fan, I should know like your favorites already.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the light that you haven't actually watched my videos.
No, I have. I've commented, you know, but like.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, memory of a goldfish. What can I say?
Yeah, well, Colors is probably my favorite song of hers ever. That's on Ultra Blue. And you need to get Heart Station. That was her last Japanese album.
Is it good?
It's so good.
He said, asking a stupid question.
There's a song on that called Take 5. And it's about death, and it's amazing.
Oh, awesome. Depressing and awesome.
Yeah.
Take 5. Okay.
Yeah. I think the first song I really loved by her was Automatic, like way back in the day when it first came out. I was like 14 or something.
That's one of her like really, really big ones, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a huge single in like 95 or 96, I forget. She did Automatic, and then First Love was like the craziest, biggest song in Japan of all time.
And where is she now?
We don't know.
Yeah, that's right. We don't know. We don't know. I think the worst part about this, honestly, is that not only did you get me into the CDs, you got me into like the celebrity watching culture for her. So I was like, is she doing the next Kingdom Hearts theme? Like, what's going on with this baby?
I'm totally not into celebrity watching either, except for her.
It's the same. It's exactly the same. Yeah. You've ruined me.
Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so have you perused any of her music videos?
To be honest, not really. I think the ones I've seen were just the ones that were like the official ones that were the backdrops at karaoke. Which means I've seen, again, I'm outing myself as a total noob here, but would be Passion, Hikari, and Sakura Drops, right? I think those are the three that I've done. So yeah, just those ones. And the first one, Sakura Drops, I thought it was like a Final Fantasy video, to be honest with you, because the just like the imagery is so like surreal, I guess. Super fantasy based. And actually that's like one of the things that I really like about her is that she just seems like kind of a freaking weirdo. Because actually one of the first things I got into, not the videos, but watching like her live performances.
Yeah.
There's like a live show, In the Flesh, I think is the name of the show on YouTube that I've watched too many times. And yeah, she just seems like kind of awkward and lovable. And who doesn't like that? So
Yeah.
to completely divert your question.
No, that was going to be my next question, is if you've seen any of her live shows.
Yeah, and I was really surprised because I mean, of course, you never know if people can actually sing, but she sounds pretty much identical, I think, to her studio stuff.
Yeah, and actually in the Flesh, that was post her vocal damage, so she's actually kind of strained during that concert. So
I didn't know that was a thing that happened to her. That sucks.
Yeah, apparently since Utada United in 2006, she was allergic to the stage, like the wood in the stage.
What?
And it was a long set list, so she ended up straining her voice. And yeah, since then she said she hasn't been able to sing the same way that she used to. And if you listen to her first 2 live concerts, her voice is so healthy and robust. It's like such a crazy difference.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Of all the things, the freaking stage? That's crazy.
That's what I heard. That it was like the wood of the stage.
That sucks.
Yeah, but she can still sing well.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, you actually saw her live, right? You went to New York or something?
Yeah, and I'm in the Flesh like concert footage.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. That's
like, I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but there's this one quiet part where she's switching between songs. And so I took the opportunity and I yelled, "Canada loves you!"
Ah.
And she's like, "What loves me?" And I'm like, "Canada, Canada." And she's like, "Okay." Thank you.
I will have to go check that out. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I had it on as like backward. I usually play it as like background music when I'm at work doing lesson plans, but I'll have to be a little more attentive. That's so funny.
I'm super proud.
You fangirl, you.
Yeah. I was like, I talked to
her. Dream complete.
Yeah.
Nicely done. So you're pretty close up to the stage then, or?
It was a small venue. Like, I think there's only like 400 people that could fit in there. So it was all standing room. But I was in there about halfway from the stage to the back of the room.
Oh, that's not bad then. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I think you said when you were talking to Al last week, Al Comedo, that tickets were pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, it was only $40 per ticket.
That's awesome. I'm hoping that she releases her next album while I'm here, so I can catch a concert before I head out next year.
Yeah.
Just sort of selfishly, but
I'm hoping there will be a tour as well, but since she had a baby, I'm kind of wondering if she will tour, because she's very not into touring. Like Heart Station, she didn't even tour that album. And she usually goes like 4 years in between doing live shows, so we'll see.
I guess that speaks to her popularity if she can get away with that. Right? Because most musicians, maybe not so much here because CDs are still so big, but like touring is where you make your money, right?
Yeah.
I did not know. I'm learning so many new things.
She said she really sees herself as an artist, and she really prefers to be in the studio writing and recording, and she doesn't see herself so much as the live performer.
That's respectable, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, do you have like any thoughts on like, you probably know better than I would, but like when do you think we'll see the album, or when do you think we'll get an announcement about Kingdom Hearts or something?
I'm expecting the album to be released in the winter. So I think anytime between December and February. Because she seems to release stuff during that time.
Huh. Keep an eye out for it. Christmas presents.
Yeah. For me.
Actually, I think the fervor's died down slightly to like a healthy level, I think. But during like my mass insanity, I actually bought like an EP of this other artist called Sote Bose. She's she's a jazz artist, and it was like a Sakura themed album, right?
Okay.
And so Sakura Drops was the cover. Have you ever? I don't know if you've ever heard it before, but the reason why I'm telling you this is A, to point out just how much you ruined my life, and B, to warn you off of ever listening to this cover ever. It's terrible.
Why?
It's just god awful. And yeah, and I actually really like the artist, but she just things should not be done to that song.
What kind of voice does she have?
She has kind of like I guess it's sort of like a stereotypically like dark jazz room kind of voice, right? Like it's scratchy. It's sort of lower in timbre. So I guess very typical, but also it's a little weird for me because you don't hear much of that in Japanese music, I think. But it's not so much the voice. Like I think she can sing, but it's just like it feels weird for the sake of being weird. And it comes off as this strange like acid jazz type of thing that nobody should ever put in their ears. So don't do it, kids. Stay off drugs.
It sounds interesting, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if I can find the track on YouTube or something, I'll send it your way, or I'll just not send you a track through email or something because that's illegal.
Okay.
But yeah. But anyway, you'll get to hear it, and then you can judge for yourself.
I think I would kind of prefer that over like the expected Japanese voice, where it's very high pitched and like cutesy, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, like I said, I really like her other work. Like she covered Misia's Everything, right, which is a really popular tune a couple of years ago. And that's a fantastic cover. It's a really, really good cover, nice jazz cover, but like she just needs to leave the magic alone. leave Utada Hikaru alone, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to cover her and they're terrible.
Yeah, and again, I feel bad asking these questions that you've definitely answered in your videos, and I know it. I know it for sure, but I mean, overall, give us a review. Like, what was the opinion of that recent cover album? I don't even know what it was called, but I was searching for it at the store.
It's simply called Utada Hikaru no Uta, the songs of Utada Hikaru.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good. Some people thought it was shit, but it was a lot better than I was expecting. I felt like there was some love in it. It wasn't just like mediocre artists, trying to get in on the, take a bite of that popularity.
Right. I remember you saying that like it's kind of a crap, like the CD itself is kind of crap, right? Not the music, but like the book and everything that's in it is just sort of shit.
Yeah.
Lame.
Well, I probably wouldn't have cared as much if they hadn't have done like a tribute fan art show for it.
Oh, right.
They had a bunch of art pieces done for a show, and then none of them were included in the album artwork.
That seems pointless.
It's just like a plain white album, so yeah.
Makes sense. Stupid. Excuse me.
Yeah, Charlie's really hungover today, guys, so
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I seem weirder than normal. I hope I'm not coming off too bad.
Oh, actually, he's still drunk from the night before.
I thought I was when I woke up. I felt terrible. Like everything was sort of doing the rotatey, spinny
The
thing.
spins, yeah.
Yeah, not good times. Not good times. Karaoke is always fun, and it's always a good decision, but the day after leaves you to wonder a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Or you
So
could just not
apologies.
drink at karaoke.
This is true, but I don't know that I did drink at karaoke. I think I drank just too much before karaoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's still a phenomenon happening when I go to like my local izakaya where people are like, "Oh, this white guy is speaking Japanese. Let's send him a drink and start talking to him about random things."
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, you end up getting loaded for free, which is
Nice.
yeah, it sounds nice, but then you can't really you can't be like, "No, stop sending these to me," because you don't want to be rude, right? Not to say I'm complaining, but there has to be a limit to these things.
Yeah. Oh my God, I don't think I let you introduce your channel on the stream.
What is wrong with you? Yeah, my channel is Charlie no Seikatsu, Charlie's Daily Life. That's what that means. And basically, I don't know, I make videos about things that are interesting to me. They happen to be set in Japan 100% of the time. Well, that's a lie. 80% of the time, I guess, because I wasn't always here, of course. Rambly, sorry. I'm more rambly than usual. Hungover again. But yeah, I like to talk about just things I experience, places I experience. Every now and then I do random skits, which may or may not feature me on a toilet. Yeah, and I just like to make people laugh and sort of show people the good side of this, of being here and teaching here and all that stuff. So I did a terrible job, but please check out my channel. I'd appreciate it. And thank you for finally letting me plug it. You're terrible.
Well, maybe you should have replied to my message from 24 hours ago.
I apologize. Again, I was out making an ass of myself in a foreign land. So
whatever.
Yes.
Let's call it even.
Yes. Thank you. But yeah. So but I'm not nearly the YouTuber you are. You've been on here for 3 years doing this thing.
Yeah, and my videos are still embarrassingly bad.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's true.
I'm working
You have
on
great. I will say. Not only do I enjoy your videos, but you have fantastic thumbnails. Which is a weird thing to say to somebody who's not a YouTuber, by the way. But yeah. Guess the benefit of being an artist, right? But
yeah, I'm so flattered you noticed.
yeah, I don't know. I think probably because I often say that mine are the worst, at least in the J-vlogging community, if not on the entire platform.
Oh my God, no! I've seen really bad ones.
Well,
yours aren't that bad. They're fine. They're good.
Well, thanks.
Even.
Thank you. Even if that's just flattery, I appreciate it.
I have this pet peeve. Have you ever seen where people use like the exact same thumbnail for every video?
Yeah.
And you go to their channel and you're like, I'll look for a video I'm interested in watching. You're like, I don't want to watch any of these.
Yeah. I mean, people underestimate the importance of the thumbnail, right?
He used to do that.
Oh, it's a he. Uh-oh. Getting juicy now.
No, Unrested used to do that, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that would drive me nuts too. Mm-hmm. But also, there's that, but also when the thumbnail is just sort of like, it's one of the ones that YouTube randomly picks.
Yeah.
And I'm being a hypocrite because I couldn't be bothered with my last video, but like, especially if it's like this and you've got like the awkward, like this face going on and you've got like the terrible skin built up here and it's just the worst thing. It's like
5 chins thumbnail.
Right, exactly. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like if that's how you look naturally, whatever, but I'm just saying it's very important for people to be like, hey, that is somebody whose face I want to see for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, make sure your thumbnail is as attractive as possible.
Yes. I mean, you know, work with what you can. If, you know, my friend once told me I'm a 4 on the what do you say, the frying pan scale, which I guess is how many times I was hit in the face with a frying pan as a child. So
So is 4 good or bad?
I think it was 4 out of 10. I think it's 4 out of 10. Hopefully it's not 4 out of 5, because then I'm screwed for life. But I'm hoping it's 4 out of 10. Yeah.
Well, I haven't noticed any extra chins in your thumbnails or videos, so don't worry too much.
That's because I'm a vain bastard.
It's true.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you guys go to Charlie's channel, all he talks about is his weight loss, so
that was like the last 2 videos. I like how you straight up called me out in the comments about that too. You're like, yeah, we get it, all right? We get it.
By the way, the face you made in the video about being vain, where you're just staring at the camera.
This one.
Yeah. It reminded me so much of American Psycho, but I didn't want to comment.
I've yet to chop anybody up in this apartment.
Just in that apartment.
Well, you know, can we not do a tell-all on Charlie right now?
Okay.
I know this could be like a super deep exposing my skeletons type of thing.
Okay.
Wow.
Sorry.
But now, if anybody's in the comment with photoshopping skills, please Photoshop me as a serial killer. I'd be okay with that.
I definitely can do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I know you can do it. But can somebody else do it so that you don't have to?
I know. I have so much on my plate already. I have to draw you and Andre cuddling or spooning.
The things that I forget were said in the ether. We actually just, Andre and I got a pretty decent, not pretty decent, it's awesome, like a piece of art of us doing the fusion dance from Dragon Ball. Mm-hmm. That just somebody asked a friend to do, so that's cool.
Oh,
but
wow.
it seems like you shouldn't, like, if something's mentioned in your own stream, it somehow seems weird if you're the one who has to do the art. You know?
I guess.
Like, but I mean, this is also coming as someone who made like a 1-year compilation video for themselves. So like, can I really draw a line any place?
I was gonna say, we're already on YouTube. It's already into that point of like shameless narcissism. So
this is true. This is true. Vloggers particularly, like,
yeah.
If you're doing travelogues where like nobody sees your face, maybe you're okay.
That's actually my next video.
From when you traveled with your folks or whatever that was?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. That's cool. I really like those videos.
Actually, do you think YouTubers are narcissistic?
Yeah. I mean, in varying degrees. Mm-hmm. Right. But I think at the end of the day, if you didn't want people to see your face and give you some kind of feedback, thereby boosting your ego, like, you would just write in a journal, right? Mm-hmm. I think. So yeah, I think part of it is definitely narcissistic. It's definitely like exhibitionist. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. What do you think?
I think some more so than others. Like I guess everyone on YouTube is to a certain extent, and that's kind of something I've had to like accept about myself, because I'm not out about YouTube. Like,
sure.
I know in real life don't really know about it. Well, right. They didn't up until recently. And I was showing my channel to my mom, and she was kind of like scrolling down through the thumbnails, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is so narcissistic." And it kind of like, yeah, I was like, "Oh my God, that's the exact reason why I don't tell people about this, because I don't want people to think that I think that I'm like hot shit, so I think that I should be on the internet or whatever."
Right, but how does that square against being an artist or being a writer? I don't know that it's really any different. Just maybe because vlogging is such a new medium, right?
I think because it's your face.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, even so, I don't know that it's all that different. I mean, you're still putting things out that you want people to watch, right? And you want to be, I don't know that you necessarily want to be known for that, but I guess you do. That's why you put it out, right? Yeah, but it's okay. Go on with your bad self. Be a raging narcissist. I will only judge you in quiet.
I'm not. Well, my mom might watch this, so Mom, I'm not talking smack about you. She apologized for calling it narcissistic.
That's funny. My mom watches. Sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
She was like, "We didn't do this when I was a kid," and I was like, "You didn't have this when you were a kid. You didn't have cameras when you were a kid."
Do you think you can be narcissistic and humble? Because Shane McGovern here in the comments said some YouTubers are humble. LOL. I think you can be both.
Yeah, I think there's varying degrees of narcissism, and most people have a certain amount of narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah.
But I think there's certain people that I've watched on YouTube, not in the J-vlog community, just like maybe some of the bigger YouTubers or like beauty bloggers and stuff. You can tell that they're way into themselves.
Right. Which I guess you'd have to be for that kind of content, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think narcissism, I mean, just like vanity, and this is what things I was talking about, is like, I think it's okay. It's okay, it's healthy, I think, I mean, if you don't care about yourself, I think that's problematic, right? So yeah, I think you can be, yeah. Sorry, rambly. Drunk
No
Charlie.
problem. We still have another half an hour to fill.
Bum bum bum. No dead space.
So do you think higher of yourself now that you've done YouTube for a year than before you did YouTube?
Yes, but not because I'm a YouTuber, and not because I've like achieved some modicum of success. It's more like I'm just happy that I could stick with something for a year. You know, it's not a short story that I was like, fuck this and put in a drawer. Oh, sorry, I don't know how much cussing I can do on your channel.
You can do as much as you fucking want to.
Okay, thank you. But I mean, yeah, it feels like a commitment I've stuck to, so that makes me feel better about myself, right? It makes me think, oh, hey, if I can do that, I can finish my book or something. So, but other than that, I don't think so. Like, it's not like, oh, I have 600 subscribers, I'm a fucking badass, right? Like, well, I was telling. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was talking to Jake Knowlton yesterday about this, basically, about like how I don't understand how people get like a couple hundred subs and then you do see like the ego come out. Right? And I understand, like, if you're Rachel and June and you have 450,000 subscribers, that maybe you'd get a big head. Not to say she has. I'm just saying, for example's sake.
Yeah.
But like, if you have a couple hundred subscribers and you're like, I'm like hot shit, I'm gonna tell you to go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah.
Like, stop it. So, yeah. But what about you? What were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say, do the numbers matter? Is it just from seeing your own face? Because to me, it was really jarring for me to see myself on video. It wasn't something I was used to.
So no, when you're asking about the numbers, you mean like view count? Do you mean subscribers? Like,
yeah, anything like that.
Subscribers feel nice, but I also yeah, subscribers
don't feel like your subscribers.
Subscribers feel real nice, yeah. But I mean, I don't watch subscribers. Like, if I see it and it's like it's 500 or it's whatever, then yeah, I mean, I'm happy about it, but it's sort of, yeah. The views matter to me more than the subscribers. Like, one of like the things that really bums me out is that when I used to make little like travel log videos showing off like little areas, and I would put a lot of time into them and research the history on them and whatever, and they were the videos that I really loved making. All the rest suck and I hate them, but but they don't get views. So when things that I think are worth watching don't get attention, particularly like relative to like the size of the channel, that does bum me out, because it's you know, it's about time. And it's just like a blog post. You know, when I write a blog post, I would really like if people read it or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, one of like sort of like a close YouTuber friend, whatever that means, like he is just obsessed. He's always been sort of obsessed with his numbers, and that I just like, I've given up trying to like tell him to shut up about it, because it's just
I know.
yeah, you know him. But like and he's gonna see these and he's gonna be like, dude, what the hell? But he knows, but I just like, it's just one more thing to get stressed about, so I just don't care more than from what I've said. But yeah, what about you? Are you a subscriber hawk? Like, are you sitting there like refreshing the page? Or
I have been since I approached 500. Like, I didn't care at all, and then I just noticed one day that it was coming up to 500, and then I was like, oh my god. So then I started watching it like every day, and honestly, Mully got me into it because he kept messaging me and being like, what are you at now? How many subscribers did you get today? And like
yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah, Shane in the chat is saying you have to project some confidence in order to do this. Sometimes really confident people come off as narcissistic to others, whether they mean to be narcissistic or not.
I think that yeah, that's definitely true. And I think like you said, like you can tell when people are like, you can tell the difference between somebody who's confident and somebody who like is secretly like fantasizing about touching themselves in their head because they're that turned on by themselves, right? like there's a definite difference between confidence and like arrogance, maybe.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, but definitely a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. Confidence is something that I really, really have struggled with, especially through YouTube, and the lack of, I mean, not like an overabundance of it, and the fear of someone thinking that I'm narcissistic and I think I'm cool and stuff is really is what has kept me from being out about it.
Sure.
So like, do your friends from back home or like your friends in real life, do they know about your channel?
Yeah, like my family, for example, when my mom can figure out how to use YouTube, they watch my videos. And my friends, when I occasionally share them on Facebook, are pretty supportive about it. But I also only share them very rarely. But I think maybe that is that fear of narcissism. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, here's another thing with my face on it, like sharing constantly.
Yeah. So you do share them on your personal Facebook?
Just occasionally. I mean, not so much now that I have like the page for my channel. But occasionally, like if it's something that I really, really like that I've done, then I'll do it. But I mean, here again, like how does that relate to like your other like artistic endeavors? Like, do you feel, is there a confidence problem there? Do you worry about the narcissism there? Like, I guess I wonder if they're parallels.
I don't think about narcissism when it comes to the drawing and stuff, but I do have a lack of confidence with what I draw or paint. Like, if I start drawing a comic or something that I think is funny, I'll just stop drawing it after like the first panel, because I'll start overthinking it and being like, this isn't actually funny. People are going to look at this once I post it and be like, what an idiot. And
right.
you know.
Yeah, I feel you 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, that's natural. I think that's maybe like the, this is going to sound so like, I don't know what the word is. It starts with a P, but I can't think of it right now. But like, artsy. Right? Like, I think that's sort of like the artist's curse, maybe, is that in some way, I think, I don't know, people try to make up for things in their art, or they try to explain things in their art about themselves or about the way the world works or whatever. Mm-hmm. And now I can't stop thinking about this P word. Anyway, but yeah. So I don't think you're a narcissist, if that means anything.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. Sure.
Shane says we're not. Shane says we're pretty down to earth and cool.
I like that though. I like putting our meteoric rise to fame out into the world. So thank you, Shane. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'll also give you like, maybe we should provide some sort of insurance, like another word I can't remember at the moment, but like compromising, really like compromising photos to be released upon the event that we become assholes. Well, that she becomes an asshole and I become more of an asshole. Is probably more accurate. Yeah, Becky, congrats though on 90 subs. Yeah. That's awesome.
Congrats.
But what were we talking about? God.
We're way off topic now.
we are. We've gone away from J-pop for sure. This is another problem, forgetting words. Mm-hmm. Nobody should care about it as much as this. Can you help me? Okay, so it's when you say something that is sort of like, I can't even think how to explain it. But it's like when you
projection.
Not projection, but good P word. But it's like it's like when you say something that's sort of like unnecessarily elevated or like unnecessarily
pretentious.
Pretentious, thank you. Yes, pretentious. Yeah, I didn't want to sound pretentious with the artist's curse.
Well, you forgot the words, so it's impossible now.
That's true. That's true. You cannot be an idiot and be pretentious. Probably not.
You're not an idiot. You're just immersed in Japanese, so you forget words.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me an out.
You're welcome.
Thank you for giving me an out. But yeah. So maybe do you like the path of our conversation? Do you want to steer?
I do. No, yeah. The narcissism thing is something I want to talk with someone about for a while.
So I mean, has that changed how you make videos? Like, I mean, obviously you show your face in every video, so that doesn't go away. But I mean, do you watch what you say? Do you watch how you say things? Do you watch? I mean, does it change the way you speak or act?
Yeah, I'm definitely more aware of the way I speak. And like trying to make myself look slightly better than when I roll out of bed in the morning. And now I have like lights and stuff, which I didn't care about at the beginning, and I don't know.
Well, like, quality, is that a concern out of quality, or do you want to look like a Maybelline girl? I guess, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like a difference.
Well, Maybelline tests on animals, so no.
All right, well, let's see. Can I think of like, what is it called? Naked? Is Naked like an eco-conscious group?
I don't even know that one.
I don't know. I just pick up whatever I can find at the dollar store and rouge my face up a little bit. So.
Did you get your moisturizer yet?
I didn't. I didn't. Good. I mean to. I'll probably do it today when I'm out getting conditioner and olive oil for my hair. Speaking of vanity, yeah, it's good. It makes your hair nice and soft.
I think you mean greasy.
No, I mean you only put in like a little bit, but it also like kills off dandruff instead of using like the really nasty like shampoo.
Okay.
What are we doing here? What is happening to our stream? Your stream?
we're beauty gurus now.
Yeah, right. But no, I haven't picked it up. But yeah, point being, like I think that's okay. I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say you're just really worried about the quality of your videos and the lighting and the technical part of it.
I put more effort in all around.
So do you script your videos? I mean, is that part of it so that you can shape your public hickey? That's not what I mean.
No. One of my review video that you were talking about earlier of the Utada Hikaru cover album.
Yeah.
That one was basically scripted just because I had to know so much for that review.
Sure.
In general, no, they're not scripted. Like for my album reviews, I'll write down little notes sometimes, but it's not a script. And sometimes I kind of just like rehearse in my head what I'm gonna say, and then record. How about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same for me. Well, with the exception of like the more skittish videos. That's not what skittish means, but
no.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. Like I try and think about it, or what happens more often than not is I know what I want to say, but I don't think how to say it. So then I have to take like 10 takes to work out the word order so I don't sound like a complete ass. Which related is one of the reasons why I love doing live streams, but it's also one of the reasons I'm fearful of doing live streams. Because I just kind of have like a stream of consciousness way of talking.
Are you fearful right now?
I mean, no, fearful is not the right word, I guess. I mean, I do worry of making myself look stupid, of course. I mean, I don't ever worry like I'm gonna go off on like a sexist or racist rant or something.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good to feel confident about that. But yeah. I mean, I don't want to say or do something that hurts the channel, which makes me wonder if I do care about subscribers, worrying about that. Like subscriber numbers, I mean. Or just like somebody will watch, like a friend or a family member that makes me look like a complete dick or something, because I do, I care about how people think of me.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
But do you worry about that on live streams, or do you not care?
I tend to get really anxious before it starts. Like I'm kind of like pacing around and yeah, just like worrying about it.
Sure. You've been gifted a nice poop emoji, by the way.
I know.
In the comments. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this is the way that sort of society is going, right? And I don't know how you feel about it in general, but do you think this is part of like the bigger, like a symptom of the bigger problem that technology is turning us all into like raging sociopaths?
Yeah, I wouldn't say raging sociopaths, but I definitely think we're becoming more antisocial. And
yeah,
like I cannot call people on the phone
really
anymore. Yeah, like I have like anxiety to begin with, but if I have to call, like if I call Allie or someone, it's fine. But if I have to call like my insurance or the bank or anything like that, I just keep putting it off for like a week, and I have to like, I don't know, talk myself up to it. And if I'm ever just in a situation where I'm like waiting or I'm having an awkward conversation, I don't have my phone to like look down at, it's kind of like a panic moment, like I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's kind of scary when you think about it that way.
I mean, I think it says something. Like you've said, and I've said, and a bunch of people have said that one of the reasons they joined YouTube and started making videos is because they wanted to make friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which is like, I mean, I understand like it is a good way to find friends who like have similar interests. But I mean, also, like I've thought about this before. Why don't I just go to the bar and start talking to people?
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I think that things. I think there. What is going on?
There's
half-naked men. There's like half-naked men parading. I think.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. There's drums because today's like the city's big festival.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're wearing like the little nappy loincloth type thing.
Ew, with the thong?
Yeah.
Oh my
With
God,
like the
why aren't you out there?
I don't know. White's not really my color, I guess. If they were red thongs, I would be out there in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay.
But now you know. Now you know. Anybody who wants to send me thongs, make sure they're red.
Yeah.
Please. Onegai shimasu. Indeed. But yeah, there's like, today is like I said, it's like the end of the year, the end of the summer festival for our city.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be like huge fireworks show and everything like that. So that's gonna be fun.
Oh, cool.
But also, it's gonna be more drinking, and I don't want to drink.
You don't have to drink.
Yeah, I know. I know I don't have to, but I am a weakling, and I will succumb to societal pressure. Spineless. Spineless
Shane,
is the word.
Shane says bar friends are a mixed bag and YouTube stalkers are forever.
This is so true. Sorry, this is kind of like distracting me, but have you had any trouble with like YouTube stalkers?
A little bit. Not really stalkers, but just people who kind of message me repeatedly. And by people, I mean men.
Of course. Of course.
Well, I had one girl asking me if she could have my phone number. And I was like, no, you can email me.
Yeah.
At
least you didn't ask for like your hair. Right? Silver linings.
Yeah, it's all good. A guy proposed to me last night, which, was cool.
It must be fun to be a woman on the internet.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I feel like I could make that same sarcastic statement about a lot of things, but yeah.
Remember a while ago I was telling you guys that that I got a message from some guy saying he would lick my feet, and like he was messaging some other girls and like J-vlogger girls that the same thing. He messaged me again like last week or 2 weeks ago, but with another little tidbit on the end that I'm not going to repeat on my channel. But he keeps making different accounts. And it's making me feel like he's someone in the J-vlog community because he's messaged a bunch of the girls that are J-vloggers.
That would be... I mean, it's disconcerting anyway, but that would be more so for, Yeah, I mean, what is there to say, really, right? Like, that's terrible.
I know.
Right? But yeah, but it sucks to say, like, what can you do about it? Like, you can't stop the guy from like making more accounts, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, it's unblockable harassment. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Jesus.
Tammy in the comments says, what did he actually think you would say yes? And that's what I always wonder about stuff like that, is like, what do they expect for the outcome?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, like the kind of guy, the kind of person who like thinks it's okay to like shout at women on the street or like randomly start like shooting innuendo your way, like probably doesn't have the mental faculty to be like, oh yeah, she's not going to say yes. Right? Like, I think probably if you feel like you're entitled to like harass people, probably you feel like there's like a tiny little chance. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
people will get lucky, and yeah, crazy douchebags on the internet, right?
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I don't know.
Would you believe that nobody has ever sent me a dick pic?
Well, I can forward you the ones I get.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. That's very thoughtful. I've also never been asked to lick anybody's feet or suckle their phalanges. But yeah, the worst I've had, and I feel like this is not surprising, is I just had somebody like who wouldn't take no for an answer when I didn't want to Skype with them.
Oh.
And so they went, I don't have like a Charlie no Seikatsu Skype. So they went and found my personal Skype.
Okay.
And started like messaging me on there like, hey, what are you doing? Like, can we talk? Can we talk? Like, but I mean, of course, that's nothing to, compared to your issue, which I think is probably.
What are they trying to talk to you about? Like living in Japan or something?
They just want to talk about living in Japan. And I mean, I'm not, clearly I think I'm not like averse to talking to people who find my channel and take the time to watch my videos and all that stuff. But I am not going to I'm not going to have a personal phone call with you at the same time, right? Like it just, there's a personal space bubble that needs to be maintained here.
Yeah.
But I think probably that's, I mean, this conversation probably illustrates the difference between my experience, men's experience with the internet and women's experience with the internet, right? So humanity.
Yeah.
We're getting deep.
I know.
Tackling the real issues.
Yeah.
Feet. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
A guy pulled up to me at a traffic light the other day and was kind of like flirting with me or attempting to. And that was another situation where I'm like, what do you fucking expect to happen from this?
Right.
Like, am I gonna like pass you my number through the window or like you're an idiot?
Right. Yeah, there's no thought whatsoever, right?
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Like here's a tip for the gentleman watching. You can actually overpower your dick with your brain. It's possible.
Yeah, with your bigger head instead of your littler head.
Exactly. You can literally just be like, oh, you know what? Maybe this wouldn't make her uncomfortable, or wouldn't make her comfortable, and then you don't have to do it. Life tips with Hickey and Charlie. Yes. But
anyway, so Utada.
Utada, yes. Now that we're 2 minutes from the end of your stream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you what you think of her English work. Because you have both her English CDs.
Yeah, I think the stuff that was written in English originally, I like for the most part. But the thing that I really don't like are both the Simple and Clean and whatever the English version of Sanctuary, like those English versions, because they don't seem to make that much sense.
You don't like Simple and Clean?
I like the tune, right? But I don't like the lyrics.
Oh my god.
Because they're very sort of, I don't know. It seems weird to me that she's bilingual, but the lyrics are sort of that's not the right word. Shoehorned into it, I feel like. But I'm overly critical of lyrics too, because I really like folk music and lyrics are like the thing, you know? Which is my long way of telling you, for the most part, I like her English work.
Well, if you don't like Simple and Clean, I have to hang up on you now, so.
It's
bye.
It's not that I dislike it. It's just, yeah. I prefer the Japanese version.
You're hating.
Of that song. Yeah. I know it's blasphemous, because especially for like Western folk who like were introduced to her through like Kingdom Hearts, right? It's like, you know, It's like lighting the Bible on fire. Like it's just something you probably shouldn't do if you don't want to upset people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so sorry.
I also appreciate it because there's a lot of people who think they're Utada Hikaru fans and the only songs they know are the songs from Kingdom Hearts.
Right. Yeah.
And they're really missing out. Like, if any of you people are watching this, you need to just shut up and go listen to her full albums, because...
Yeah, obviously now I agree with you as a convert, but I was definitely that guy though, where if you would have asked me before, like, do you like Utada? I would have been like, oh yeah, but it would only be from hearing her Kingdom Hearts work.
Mm-hmm.
So you've saved this sinner. You can go on to the promised land.
You're in J-pop heaven now.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, Shane, I think the English translations are usually pretty wonky from Japanese songs, but it seemed weird to me that she's not like having somebody else translate it awkwardly. She's bilingual, bicultural, right? So I thought maybe it would be smoother.
Simple and Clean is not a translation, by the way. It's
a rewrite, right?
Song, yeah. She said that the meanings are totally different from Japanese to English. Right.
Yeah, regardless, let's use a non-word, irregardless. My opinion stands. All right. Yeah. But yeah. So don't hate me, please. No hate mail. I mean, if you want, but no dick pics. Please and thank you. Yes. Me cuddling bear-like jail vloggers is apparently going to be an okay thing. That's going to happen eventually, as far as fair out goes. But keep the phalluses to yourself.
Yes, please.
Yes. What?
Okay, so do we still want to play our game, or should we log off for the evening?
I will leave it to you, because I am chronically indecisive.
Me too. Damn it.
Choices. I mean, let's instantly regrets it before it comes out of his mouth. Yeah, let's try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought we could do this game where we each take turns singing or humming or making our best rendition of an Utada Hikaru song, and the other person has to try to guess what it is by title. And if you guess it right, you get a point, or if you stump the other person, you get a point.
All right then. So how many? What are we gonna do? Like best of 5? Like first person to 3? Like what's our rules?
5 is probably good, I think, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Ikimasho.
Right. Okay. Who's going first here?
You can.
Okay. So before we begin here, just want to point out I don't have a voice, so I'm going to do this in my head voice, so it's going to sound stupider than it would. Anyway.
Stupider.
Yeah, stupider. Yes, Charlie will lose. This is true. Kind of predestined.
Yes.
But anyway, all right.
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah, nice job. Oh man, I wonder how stupid of a face I made when I was shaking my hands like this.
It was beautiful. Okay, I can't do any Heart Station. I can't do any Heart Station because you don't have that album.
This is true. I appreciate that. All right. It's gonna be so embarrassing though when I just don't know.
Okay, ready?
Yes. I don't know that I know the name, but is it like You're Always Gonna Be My Love or something like that? Yeah, that's the one. I don't know what it's called. I don't know.
It's our most famous song. I said it during the stream.
Okay. First Love.
Yeah.
Is that the name of it? Okay. Thank you for the hint.
You don't even deserve the point for that.
It's a name. What's in a name? Posey. Oh, you're not Posey. Hickey.
That's like the third time you've called me Posey, US.
Really?
Yeah.
Today?
No, not today, just ever.
Okay, all right. Wow. There's some weird Freudian thing happening I need to like meditate on or something. All right. Question number 2.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. I don't want to do too easy of a one. Here, 1 second. I'm going to do something. I'm going to pause my microphone. Okay. I think this might be cheating, but I'm doing it anyway. Don't judge me.
Okay. I think he's listening to the song right now.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. All right, here we go.
Moving on without you.
Yes, congratulations. You disgust me.
Too easy.
in the best way. All right, okay. It is your turn.
I'll throw you a low ball.
Thank you, appreciate that. And I will strike out.
Okay, ready?
Okay, prepared.
Come
on. Sakura drops, of course. Of course. Thank you. Thank you for that one.
Okay. Tiebreaker round.
Tiebreaker. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm not ready. Hang on 1 second. Don't let that air. Do a little dance or something. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Tari Hikaru Show. Hurry up, Charles.
I'm sorry. Okay. Ready?
Yes. Deep River.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay. And of course, you beat me 3-2.
Well,
never fails. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Tony Blair and other people.
Let's just call it a tie because we both did really well.
Thank you, but I think I cheated. So we really know what happened. Yes, this game is rigged. It is indeed. It is indeed. Oh, Lord. Hopes for not too many awkward gifts to come out of this experience. Alrighty.
Right.
Good stuff.
So let's wrap it up for the night, I guess.
All right.
Does anyone have any questions? I think there's like 4 people here, but I didn't get any tweets or anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No questions, apparently. The thing about the questions thing is always so awkward to ask because then you have to wait for 40 seconds to know if anybody has questions.
Yeah, and then no one does anyway, so. Yeah,
and then you just have an awkward space, which makes people click out of your video. So, work on it, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so would you like to give us your wonderful hickey outro? I don't know why I'm telling you what to do. This is your stream.
Tammy has a question for you.
It is 11:09 in the AM. I'm in your future.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Yes.
It's Saturday night.
Fantastic pickup line. Don't use pickup line.
That would have been another good topic.
Pickup lines?
Yeah.
We can do it again sometime.
Horrible pickup lines.
Yeah, we could have gone from licking your feet to pickup lines. It would have been a nice, smooth segue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'd have to change the title to all my complaints about random encounters.
Oh man, you would get so many men's rights activists in your comments.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome. Flies to honey.
By the way, Tammy is my friend in real life. So thank you for coming, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And Tammy was actually on my Snapchats last weekend. I don't know if she even knows that, but we were at karaoke and I was filming some bits.
We are not Snapchat friends yet, I don't think.
I thought you didn't have it.
I do.
Oh.
Yeah. Whatever. We can figure this out after the fact.
That's true.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys for coming to the live show tonight. And thank you so much, Charlie, for being on my channel and talking nerdy with me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm not yet a high caliber fan, but I'm doing my best.
You didn't disappoint me at all.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on. Always a pleasure talking to you, of course.
You too.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah. Bye.